About a year ago, I was sitting by myself at home, and I decided to look through some of the old videos that we had. I found these tapes that I wasn't sure I'd ever watched before, and they were tapes of the actual birth of the Quints from 10 years before. And as I was watching them, I became overwhelmed with the miracle that their birth was. It really was a miracle, and I was almost in tears just remembering the significance of that birth and how much went into that. I felt like I really wanted to convey the significance of it somehow. And I started thinking of a poem. And when I think of poems, I usually think of silly poems. Always been a big fan of Dr. Seuss, but a line came into my head. The last line, actually, that was, don't forget, silly kids, that your lives are a miracle. Because I really just wanted to convey that to them. I wanted to have something out there that reminded them. Because we forget. Miracles that happen in our lives, we forget them. And I wanted something that they could look back on and they could go back and say, oh yeah, that's cool. I am a miracle. I have a purpose for being here, and I am significant. So I started making it, and I started just looking through the footage, and I wanted to show it to you today and go through it today and actually talk to you about what each of those shots were and some of the significant ones in there that you might not have noticed before if you've seen it. So I'm going to go do that right now. All right, to start off with, Riley and Kaya intro this thing, and I found this little piece that we shot a long time ago on the day they were born, and I just thought it was so funny that I had to put it in there.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Hi. I heard we're going to visit our five brothers and sister, and we're the brother and sister of all of them.
Now they were 7 and 3 at the time, and they were just so funny. Now, the beginning here has Rochelle. She is just about to give birth to Quint, so her belly's enormous. I didn't think she would actually let me put that in there, but she did. Now, you can't tell here because you only see my back, but I am so nervous in this. You can see that I'm holding Rochelle's hand. I'm also looking down. I'm looking down because through a mix-up, I didn't explicitly invite my mom to come and watch the birth, which was a huge mistake. And I felt terrible about it. And so at the time, I had this idea, and I thought, well, if I just can call her, she can listen to it and hear these babies being born. And so I'm at the time, you can see I'm holding Rochelle's hand with one hand, and in my other hand, I'm desperately dialing my mom's cell phone number so that she could be a part of this birth.
Was the right thing to do. The great
Here's the two doctors, Dr. Elliott and Dr. Candace Park.
Ready to go with
I
striking red hair.
can't thank those two enough, by the way. They are some of the big reasons why our babies are here, or made it here, and are as healthy as they are. Rochelle actually became really good friends with both of them. In particular, Candace Park, who's now got a different last name. She got married. Congratulations. And she was just so awesome. She was just such a good friend. She actually made 5 birthday cakes on the day they were born as part of the celebration. She's just an amazing, amazing doctor and amazing friend.
She made a nice cut. Out came girl 1.
Something else that I
Would be Cassidy.
loved on those tapes was that I actually found footage of them actually being born.
For sure.
Before that, I didn't think I had that. Because when I was there at the hospital, I was so nervous that I didn't hold the camera up for the first 3 babies. I was in shock. I was so excited that they were healthy and they seemed to be okay that I forgot to record it. You can see it in the last, though, that you can see my camera up there. You can also see in my eyes that I'm just totally surprised. Now this is a shot of Rochelle kissing Cadence. That's the first baby that she got to really see up close. And that shot right there actually ended up on the front cover of the Austin newspaper, which was kind of fun.
All those 5 babies.
This is
so
about a week
How
later.
would they be mom and dad to the
They were doing great,
How
but they're
would
still in
they
the
help them
hospital.
grow, be strong?
We had like a little photo
How would they
shoot
help them?
for
Sure.
something, I can't remember what it was, with them.
Well, those kids.
And then we brought them home
They had a great
after
mother, and they had
after
a
about a
great
month
sister and brother.
in Arizona.
Dad knew that
And
all
in the airport, we ended up having to do a couple of interviews with a couple of local news stations. It was
They
fun.
all grew.
It's Ryder and
Great things
Rustin,
they are meant.
Cadence,
They
Cassidy,
learned
Kindle.
that it's crazy fun being a Quint.
It's our old swing set that we
10
had.
years have gone by.
This is a
Yes,
picture
it's
from
hard to
Rochelle's
believe
birthday about
amazing
a year and a half ago.
what prayer can achieve. For both things were used, both the word and the prayer. Neither
This
alone
is
would have gotten
this part right here. Now this shot, if you haven't seen the video that this came from, it's one of my favorites. What it happened was that on Mother's Day, Riley and Kaya and the Quints, but mostly Riley and Kaya, wrote a song for Rochelle, and they performed it on Mother's Day. And I didn't know they were doing this. They were really secretive about it, and they came out and they started playing it and singing it, and it was just so touching and thoughtful that it is still one of my favorite things they've ever done.
But there's still much to do.
Of course, our kids are silly. Rustin always likes to be a little bit different.
But much will be fun.
I think it's the red
As
hair.
all the Quints get wiser and taller, we hope they'll remember those times they were smaller.
This is one of my favorite things when they were all stacked up.
Now and forever, their mom and dad love them.
Swim team, Easter.
One more thing we suggest, without being satirical.
This is
don't
also
forget
right here
kids.
the Harry Potter scene. This is some people's favorite in that video because our kids, it's a good family for Harry Potter. We got the redhead, we got the brown-haired kid. I got a couple of girls. Cassidy makes a great Hermione, I thought.
That your lives are a miracle.
It was so much fun to have them when they were babies. And as I was watching this and as I was putting it together, I didn't know if anybody would ever watch it other than my own family. But I was so excited to have something to give to my kids, to remind them of the miracle that they are, and to remind them of their place in this world, and how significant they are, and how blessed and that we are as a family to have them with us. I don't think I would have chosen this in the beginning, but now I can't imagine it being any other way. It really was a miracle, and I am very, very grateful for it. I find that we do forget the miracles that happen in our lives, and I really hope to not forget this one. And I hope that my kids, all of them, don't forget this as well. Thanks for watching, and thanks for all those who subscribe. We try to make a video at least once a week. Lately it's been twice a week, so we'll see if we can keep that up. It's fun. I know that in 10 years that they will love it, even if nobody watches it. So thanks again.